Hello, welcome to our review for Evil Genius 2 World Domination, the sequel to the cult hit Evil Genius. Doesn't live up to its predecessor and isn't worth the $40. It is not worth the $40, but it is better than its predecessor. Let me explain. Evil Genius 2 World Domination, you get to choose one of 4 evil geniuses. Choose an island, mess with some of the options, build a base, research traps to defend the base, research upgrades to different minions, and that sort of thing. Hire minions to basically run your base and go to a separate map where you can then commit schemes on the world stage, such as heists and kidnappings and that sort of thing. All in a bid to complete your evil genius's plan. For the most part, the music, spot on. The sound effects, great. The graphics work well most of the time. There is some odd pacing issues where at the very beginning of like the first third of the game, you can sit around doing for like 20 minutes sometime while you're waiting for things to complete to move on to the next level, and they're just letting things run. And then you get to the end of the game and everything just feels crammed in as quick as they can. So there are some pacing issues. Like I said, the music's great. The raps are interesting, but the problem is a lot of it feels cut and paste. You don't really get a personality from the evil geniuses other than this is their evil goal. And otherwise they pretty much all sound and play the same. There isn't enough to distinguish the evil geniuses from each other. On top of that, it can be very hard to tell. You will spend a lot of time hunting around going, alright, once you get all your scheme's running, it's like, alright, this one finished, where is it so I can start another one? There's issues with that. The traps really don't provide as much as they could. There are some wonky balance issues. A few of the super agents, your main source of dread, like, they just, no matter what, they one-shot everything. And then some super agents hardly do any damage, and you can just ignore them. So there is some balancing issues. The other thing to consider is, like I said, is it worth the $40? No. The reason being, 2 things. They built the game, and then they took part of the game and separated it into DLC. Now, in their defense, what they separated into DLC is almost useless. You do not need it to complete the main game, and a lot of instances, the DLC, for items at least, actually will hurt and make things harder rather than be helpful, from what I found in playing through. And also keep in mind, there's no other games like this. I can't think of any other games where you play an evil person, build a base, and then you have to deal with the forces of good. So it's got no competition. And they are patching it. They are adding DLC. Whether you think that's worth it or not is up to you. I honestly recommend get it on sale and buy a couple of the DLC minions, and then it'll be worth the $40 you pay. Because the henchmen. There's minions and henchmen. Henchmen are much stronger than minions, and you have to recruit individual henchmen. The henchmen, like if you buy the game for $30 and then drop $10 to get 2 of the henchmen as DLC, then the game is worth $40. Otherwise, save your money and wait for it to go on sale. So, rounding up. Is it better than the original? Yes, it improves on it in quite a number of ways. But it still falls short to what a modern version of this game should do. There should be interesting, unique... Maybe, yeah. There should be a difference in the playstyles between all the evil geniuses. No difference. They all play exactly the same. There should be... you should be able to use traps to successfully defend your base. You don't even... Traps you can ignore and just minion rush. You can brute force this game. It should be much easier to say, alright, I want to go, you know, to pick out what zones or you need to work with and that sort of thing. The balance for the minions themselves is off. On normal, it's like, alright, I can only run 2 or 3 schemes at a time. On hard difficulty, they don't make the game harder. They just force you to only run 1 scheme at a time, artificially inflating the difficulty. That could be done better. And there's just a lot of little tidbits that could be better. So, take that as you will. As always, make your own decision. Feel free to watch the playthrough to get a feel for it. And I hope you enjoyed this review. As always, like, subscribe, follow, smash that bell, that sort of thing. If you enjoyed this review, go ahead, check out any of my other reviews, or check out any of my other playthroughs. It is appreciated. And until we see each other again, remember to be kind to one another. Hello, this is Gohan the Chinchilla, and we hope you're having a good day, as do I. As always, we hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to follow, like, subscribe, or comment. Or, even better, come on over to twitch.tv/SparkyTDK and watch me live every Monday through Friday. Thank you for your support.